Hello, and welcome to A VO's Journey. My name is Anthony Pica. This show is all about helping the new and upcoming voiceover artists grow their business, sidestep all the crazy things that I seem to step on. It is Wednesday, April 12th. Thank you for joining me. Make sure real quick you hit that like and subscribe button. Also, if you have... it was like the dog hair just flying around. I'm like, hey, get out. Not a fly, dog hair. So anyways, where was I? Yes, if you'd like to be with this crazy guy and A VO's Journey Elite Academy, we have a link below, 50% off to give us a try for the first month. Love to have you if you're starting or trying to grow your voiceover business. We have a fantastic community, wonderful coaches, and lots of courses and things to help you get up and running. So give us a shot. There's a link below. Anyways, and get rid of the dog hair. Dogs are running around. Anyways, I have a kind of fun, different type of show today. I've been doing, as you guys know, I do a coffee time in the morning, and then sometimes I do Watch Me Voiceover. I was sick last week, and, my birthday was last week. I was sick last week, though, too, so I haven't, I kind of fell a little behind on some of that, but today, though, I just recorded one, and the challenge I have with recording the voiceovers while I'm in my booth is that, they're a lot of times they're way longer than 1 minute, and most of the posts, and a lot of the places are just 1 minute long. That's all, you know what I mean? 1 minute or less. That's all they allow you to do. And that's good. I mean, it's nice to have short content that you can watch and move on. But I thought that today what I would do is, because I recorded one and it was a little longer than 1 minute, and it was a really good, I wanted to talk more about the delivery style. So what I'm going to do is I want to show you the piece that I did in the booth, and that, and we're going to talk about that basically. And the piece that I was doing was for a company, a virtual reality company, and it was that they wanted it to be very dramatic. And when you're doing something dramatic, I think there's different ways to go about building drama, suspense. And a lot of times we think, right, something dramatic can be very big and loud, but there's really two types of energy, right, that we can portray. One is going to be more psychological energy, all right, or that's building tension through expectation, all right, tension through expectation. Or, right, there's the kinetic or the, very physical energy, which is going to be loud and full of shouting and things like, where it's just very fast paced, high pitch or just very intense. Okay. In your face. So, but a lot of times, unless it's a fight scene or something really, a big event, we're going to want to use more of a dramatic style in the first sense, right? With more of a psychological energy, right? Whereas, again, we're building tension through expectation. And how we do that, how we do the expectation, is by pulling people, pulling people along. All right, being very elongating our words, making each word count more by drawing it out. Okay, really making it, making people on the edge of their seat waiting to see how you finish what you're saying. Okay, again, this is building tension psychologically as opposed to building it through, screaming and yelling and fast-paced voiceovers. So, I attempt to do that in this piece that you're going to watch, and I just want you to take a look, right? And then, from there, we'll do just a brief discussion about it and send you on your way for you to add this particular delivery style to your bag of tricks. Because remember, in the end, as a voice actor, we don't get weeks, even days, months, of course, when we don't get time. We don't get tons of time to practice, to explore and discover the inner workings of the script and the character that we're portraying or what we're doing. You know, whether it's the spokesperson for a campaign or the character in a video game or the, you know, e-learn document, whatever we're doing, you know, we're expected to come in and do it. So in order to combat that, because unlike any other medium that's artistic, there's time to really absorb and create something. We don't have that time as voice actors. Okay, so that means we need to have pre-done deliveries. All right, so I hope that this one you can look at it and start to make, you know, another pre-planned, or I call them archetypes. All right, your own delivery style. Want to, you know, add that to one of your delivery styles. Okay, so let's go ahead and watch it now, and hope you enjoy. Hello, and welcome to Watch Me Voiceover. Today, my name is Anthony Pica. Today I'm doing a piece for a company that is doing virtual, some sort of, I think it's virtual reality, and they want me to do a serious, dramatic voiceover with the lines. So what I'm going to do to make this more dramatic is I'm going to draw out the words. All right. And I want you to watch and see. Hopefully this can help you with if you're trying to make something dramatic. All right. Let's go ahead and do it. It's easy to get carried away driving. But it is even easier to get distracted. Maybe by surroundings or friends. Sometimes you are one step away to get caught off guard, and the experience of driving can quickly turn into a disaster. If it wasn't all a simulation. Okay, so hey, thanks for watching that. I hope you enjoyed it. I know, because you can see that when I originally did it, I was like, oh, I'm going to do this for Watch Me Voiceover. But I decided, you know, hey, I'm just going to make a video out of it instead, you know, a fuller video so we could talk about that read. Now, I actually really like the script. It was under 100 words. And basically, you know, a guy's driving and, you know, we see him in the car and, you know, he's going through the woods and, you know, there's a friend calls him. There's, you know, he's got distractions and he's looking at something. He's looking for something in the car. And then, you know, we see something in the road, which he doesn't see because he's doing all this other stuff. Right. And then, you know, right before he looks up and he hits the brakes and he almost crashes. Right. And then we see at the end, you know, he pulls off the virtual reality set, you know, and he's very intense. So, you know, of course, the idea of it is to show how realistic, right, that experience is with that virtual reality set or the program. So anyways, you know, I elongated and drew out those words to really build that tension through the expectation of my delivery. Use that to your advantage. Okay, I mean, use it, add this to your delivery style, practice it. So the cool thing is we can practice this, all right? And you can record multiple times. So don't get me wrong. I know earlier I was saying, you know, we don't have, you know, days or weeks, you know, to practice this. And we don't. I mean, we don't for a particular script. But we have all the time in the world to practice our delivery styles. All right. And then when we go into a recording session, we use that delivery style. Okay. We choose the one we want to use. Okay. So I hope that you enjoyed it. I think that trying out different things, especially this technique of elongating the words. Another interesting thing I find with the way you say a word is, especially with accents, if you notice, if you're a person who, I don't know if you're anything like me, sometimes when I do an accent, excuse me, sometimes when I do an accent or I'm trying something, you know, like that from a different type of character, do you ever notice how words feel more interesting to say. Okay? Like, you like the sound of them more. I know I do. Like, if I do a different character, like, if I'm doing a Scottish accent or an Australian accent or, some sort of accent I'm doing, it always sounds more interesting to me than when I'm speaking in my regular accent. Okay? And a lot of times that is because the way we normally speak, I think maybe especially Americans, all right, we speak very fast. And it's not just fast meaning like the words going fast. It means the words themselves, we don't necessarily enjoy, or we don't suffer the whole word. You know what I mean? We don't suffer through the whole word. Meaning like I don't say, the word. And I'm not talking about the duh on the end, but I'm like the word. Each and every part of it. Now I know I'm hitting the consonants, but drawing out a word or words and finishing them, making that word itself mean more by using the vowels and the consonants more than just speaking really fast. So when we speak fast, we kind of slur through words. So when you don't do that, it can also change the whole feeling of what you say, and then it can make what you say more important, sound more important, because we're building tension through that expectation. All right. I hope that helps. I hope it hasn't been like, oh my gosh, what is he talking about? But more like interesting, maybe I'll look into this more. And I think building archetypes in this sense, and when I mean archetypes, I'm thinking to myself, delivery styles that I have, almost prepackaged delivery styles that I can have for myself, that I know when I go into a situation, when I sit down or stand up or go into a studio or into my studio, my booth, I can say, okay, I'm going to do this one. And now I have a pre-designed performance. All right. I hope this has been helpful, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please, like and comment down below. Tell me, do you have any pre-plan? Have you thought about this before? Do you use this? How do you go into your booth, or how do you sit down to do a voiceover? Or are you like me, or like I was when I first started for almost 2 years, where you sat down and you're like, okay, what am I going to do? I used to be like that. Every time I sat down to do voice, I was like, what voice is going to come out today? That's what I used to be like, you know what I mean? Until I really started honing in and building deliveries, pre-planned deliveries. Now, that doesn't mean we don't let creativity happen. But it's just, it's just like, I look at it just like any sort of sports or even art, there are rules, right? But you learn those rules and you play within the rules in order to break them. All right. So it's the same thing with this, right? The creativity flows from within that. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. You have a wonderful Wednesday. All right. Check out VO's Journey Elite Academy for more of my crazy stuff. I'd love to have you. You have a wonderful day. Goodbye. Goodbye.